Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back. Good morning. Did I say that right? I usually say good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Okay, maybe that's what I said. Okay, anyway, we are back here with Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition. Today we are going to be on Noveria. We're gonna do the Noveria missions here. We just landed in the last episode, and I had to cut the last one short. I was getting tired. It was the middle of the night, and I didn't want to sit here and fall asleep and start snoring on camera. So here we go. We're just arriving to Noveria. Let's go talk to Gianna.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia? She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the Administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Let's see who we got with us. We have Garrus with us here. Okay.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety, and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
Smuggling, in other words.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
Sure, we'll do it.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Ananias. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
Could I buy something now?
Is there anything in particular the Spectre is looking for?
Let's just look at your standard items. Let's see what you got here. I have 33,000 credits. See, I'll probably get some better armor just from looting. Let's go ahead and get this grenade license. And it's by the license. Oh, those are expensive licenses. Okay, let's go do this. Let's head back and go do this smuggling thing for him. It's funny, they have another docking clamp there. They only have one room for a ship here in this hangar. It's weird.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
I'd be stupid to do this without knowing I'm not equipping my own enemies.
Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. Now, does the other have the package?
You know, I've never done this quest before. I mean, I know about it, but I've never completed it. I always just usually turn him in to Analyus just because I get Paragon points for it. But I wonder, can I keep it and then give it to the Krogan?
I'm just browsing right now.
This one.
Here, let's check the journal. Okay, it doesn't give me an option to like give it to somebody else. Let's check our map. That's Analyus. Oh, hey James, how's it going, man? It's been a long time. So I can give it to the Krogan.
Waits your return.
Fight the program later? Is it used for that to fight that deal on the Citadel? That AI? Well, then maybe I should just keep it then. Oh, fight the Krogan later. Well, let's go talk to Analyus.
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Analyus.
One moment, please. Mr. Analyus.
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
All right, Analyus.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
Colonial rubes.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Yeah, let's just run everything without any without any checks and balances.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Venezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
Right.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Venezia from taking them.
You know what I think it's interesting? Is that when you have the text on the screen and the word Asari comes up, it's not capitalized. Is that on purpose, or is that just an oversight? That's interesting. I just noticed that. But it was twice. Why would Asari not be capitalized? I don't know. I'm weird like that.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Yeah. Jacob, very, very one-dimensional. What bothers me about Jacob, and I can't remember if I mentioned this in one of the last couple of videos. I know I'd mentioned it at some point. What really bothers me about Jacob, and about how the writers treated his character, is that if you romance him as FemShep, he just totally ghosts you in Mass Effect 3. But it's like the Mass Effect community that always blasts Ashley and even Kaidan to a certain extent, for similar things. If you romance them, and then their reaction in Mass Effect 2, which is very strange. I think the writers could have done a better job in Mass Effect 2 with Kaidan or with Ashley. But it seems like it's just the natural course of things just to hate on Kaidan and Ashley. And I know Kaidan's pretty boring too, but I do. Of course, I never saved him, but I've watched other people play Mass Effect 3 who, it seems like the more popular thing nowadays is to save Kaidan. And so I've seen more playthroughs of him in Mass Effect 3, and he's got a decent arc in Mass Effect 3. It's not great. I'm not gonna call it tremendous or anything, but it's better than what he was given in Mass Effect 1 here. I really like Ashley's arc, though. I really do. And again, guys, characters like Jacob. It's another thing about the Jacob that really bothers me is that if you're playing FemShep, like the second conversation that you have with him, it's like you guys are trying to get in bed with each other. And I'm like, seriously, come on. And let's not mention the fact that the whole deal, the stereotypical, absent father in a black family, but which is exactly what happened with his father in the game, and then they made his dad, in his side quest or his loyalty mission to be this, guy who was like taking advantage of all these women and having the men go either be killed or go feral, and I'm just like, I thought they could have handled that a lot differently. I was like, come on, really? This is where we're going with this? All right.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
While you dithered about. The one thing I really wish we could do in this game is put a bullet in his skull.
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one. You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander?
Nope.
You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
Actually, I've worked in the corporate world my entire life, Gianna.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
Talk to you later.
Very well.
Alright, let's go talk to Lorik Keen. So James, I think, if I remember right, and it's been a couple years, I think you joined me on several live streams when I was doing Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 specifically. Unless it's just a coincidence and it's just a different James. But I think it was you. It's not like I have a huge following. But I don't go out of my way to improve my channel. I have gained. I'll say 2 years ago when Legendary Edition came out, I think I had like 70 subscribers. Yeah, you're saying. Yeah, I thought it was you. I thought it was James. Can definitely sounded familiar. But I'm up to like 162 subs now, so I've like doubled my subs in the past 2 years without really even doing anything. So I need to get more consistent with my content if I really want to take this seriously. And by saying take it seriously, there's no way I'm doing this full time. I have a full-time job that pays me a nice salary, and and I've got a kid starting college next week, and my daughter's starting her freshman year of high school. I don't have time to be, and I'm a 44-year-old dude. I'm definitely not part of the 20-something crowd that's that's the YouTube crowd now, the TikTok crowd. That's not me, but it's fine. I don't know if you like NFL football. I have dabbled in I always create playoff prediction videos and recap videos during the NFL playoffs. This year, I'm going to try to actually do weekly content for NFL stuff. So, I don't know how successful I will be, but it's probably just going to be me recapping the Chiefs games and maybe a couple other things. But who knows? We'll see what happens. All right, let's talk to Malaine Calais.
The male human at the hotel bar. He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Oakland fan. Okay. Yeah. So you're in Oakland. Okay. So, are you a Raiders fan then? Or I mean, I know they've moved to Vegas, but are you a Raiders fan? I'm assuming you're an Athletics fan, an A's fan. What do you think about that whole situation? The A's used to be here in Kansas City. That's where I'm from.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone.
Dullstone.
That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics.
There it is, Asari again,
Powerful
that's not
ones.
capitalized.
Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights.
It must be
You will present yourself as a buyer
a purposeful
on behalf of the Spectres
thing.
or the Alliance. Discuss their military.
I'll have to watch out for where it says Solarians or
Your real
Turians if they
objective
capitalize that.
will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of
Asari is a
viruses.
proper
They will
noun,
infiltrate
right?
Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be
So
well paid
the
for
best way to
this.
do this, I
So would
love
you.
doing this part.
500 credits.
Is to play both sides. Fine. I'll do it.
Interesting plan. I'm in.
Excellent. Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I have assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior.
Nah, I don't need it because I'm going to double cross you.
I hope to hear from you soon.
Can I help you?
Mr. Vargas, Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance Military. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
Actually, I wanted to warn you. An agent of the Aramali Council hired me to break into your network. She gave me this.
A cracking device. I appreciate your forthrightness, Shepard. Now that we know what to look for, our IT people can have a little fun with the Asari. We'll isolate their viruses and feed them false data. If you'll excuse me.
Yeah, so I was just reading your comment here. Yeah, so obviously you and I probably are rival fans, obviously, for football, with the Chiefs and the Raiders. You know, the A's, they were obviously a big rival with the Royals back in the late '80s when the A's were great and the Royals were coming off the World Series win, but were still good in the late '80s. And then, of course, the wild card game, which in 2014, which was maybe the best sporting event I've ever been to in my life. I thought the Royals had lost that game like 3 different times, and of course, you as an A's fan, I'm sure you thought you had won that game 3 different times, and just a simply insane game. I still think it's the best wild card game in Major League Baseball history. Maybe I'm biased, but it had the drama. We were actually, when we left the game, we had parked about 2 miles away, actually, so we didn't have to pay for parking. A buddy of mine, and as we were walking back across the bridge over I-70, we were walking with 4 different A's fans, and they were weirdly enough, they were from Minnesota, but they were A's fans who had come down for the game, and they did a similar thing. They kind of parked. No, wait, they were staying at a hotel that was close by, so they just walked over to the stadium. And we were walking back with them, and even walking away, they were smiling and kind of they were in good spirits, and we started chatting with them, and they said they're like, what can you do? They were like, we just witnessed history. We witnessed probably one of the greatest games in playoff history, and definitely probably the best wild card game ever, and so but they were good sports about it. And man, but that was just so surreal because the Royals hadn't been to the playoffs in 29 years at that point, and we were just the punching bags of the American League for so many years, especially after the '94 strike. They were good up through even through the strike year, but then after the strike year, when the whole revenue, everything in revenue baseball changed at that point with free agency had been around, obviously, but a lot of the rules on how it worked were changed and really benefited to teams with more money. I mean, as you're well aware of, I mean, the whole Moneyball situation that kind of arose out of Oakland, but no, I feel bad for you guys. What's your ownership? What the ownership is doing to the fans out there is just it's awful. It's absolutely awful in my opinion, and I think they're doing it with. I think Rob Manfred is in on the whole thing too. I think he wants the team to move to Vegas because they're trying to build up, just like the NFL is. They're trying to build up Vegas as this mega sports capital of all United States sports leagues. Essentially, it's my opinion. I think it's a matter of time before you see an NBA team there as well, and it is what it is. Now the Warriors, living in Kansas City, we haven't had an NBA team here since I was 6 years old, since 1985, and when the Kings were here, and even through the 90s, I rooted for the Kings because they used to be in Kansas City, even though I don't remember them when I was little. But I would still root for the Kings, and they were always awful out in Sacramento. But then they got good. I just remember when Chris Webber and Vlade Divac and some of those legendary playoff matchups they had with the Lakers in the 2002, 2003 time frame, like somewhere in there, if I remember right. I don't remember the exact time frame, but you mentioned bandwagon fans. I mean, so I'll pay attention to the NBA playoffs. That's what most people here in Kansas City do. We're more college basketball fans here, but we'll follow the NBA playoffs. And I always liked the Warriors because I liked Steph Curry. I thought he was a great player in college basketball. So yeah, Vegas having pro sports, especially with all the gambling, it's a, to me, if you look at how many players have been suspended in the NFL already this year for gambling violations. I mean, there's been like 3 or 4 cases already. I think it's just going to get more and more prominent, especially with all these daily gambling things that you can do, like the daily fantasy stuff. Like here, like where I live on the Missouri side of Kansas City, and the sports betting is illegal unless you're at a casino, but it's legal in Kansas, and so I can drive, 15 minutes to the west and cross the state lines, and open up an app on my phone, place a bet, and then because it's geolocated, so it sees I'm in Kansas and it allows me to place the bet. But then I go back home and I can. It's so ridiculous, and so everybody. So the funny thing is that what they say is that because cannabis and all this stuff is illegal in Kansas, but sports betting is legal, and it's exactly the opposite in Missouri. So all the Missouri residents go to Kansas to bet on sports, and all the Kansas residents go to Missouri to buy pot. So it's kind of funny that way, but all right, let's extort her.
Everything went as planned. You should see results soon.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
That's all?
Only 500. All right. I thought you might have wanted to provide more, since you couldn't do it yourself, I mean.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
750. That's still not a lot of credits. Creep. Renegade plus 9. Ooh, got some Renegade points. Yeah, I will say, people have always asked, can Kansas City support a third major sports team? I think it can. The thing with Kansas City is, like I mentioned, Kansas City is a huge college basketball town. And even with the University of Missouri, which is my alma mater, that's where I went to college, and that's where my son's going to college, and he's going to be a freshman there starting next week. We get to move him in on Wednesday, so fun times. Even with the University of Missouri joining the SEC, about 10 years ago or so, 12 years ago. Well, I think it was 2012. 2012 was when they officially joined them. So it's been 11 years. But anyway, with Kansas State, and Missouri are considered the quote-unquote the local teams, the big Division I teams that are, within 2 hours of Kansas City. And college basketball is a big thing here, especially University of Kansas. I mean, I hate KU, but as an MU fan, but it is what it is. But Kansas obviously is close to Kansas City. It's only about 40 minutes away, and so there's a lot of alumni here in the area from that school, and it's just a big draw. Kansas City has a big University of Kansas contingent. Of course, KU is one of the best college basketball teams in the nation, if not of all time. I have to admit that. So, but I think if the NBA was here, I think it would do well. I think it would take a little bit to catch on. I honestly think that the NHL would probably fare better here, because I think the NBA and college basketball, I think it would cannibalize each other, to be honest with you. I think it would be better if we had an NHL team versus an NBA team. I think more people would go to that, because we've had minor league hockey here. Right now we have a team in the EHL. Is that right? It's the I think they're affiliated with the Islanders. And I know it doesn't work the exact same way as it does in baseball, but the equivalent, it would be we're the Double-A league. So there's like a Triple-A league, and then there's like a Double-A league if you make an equivalency to baseball. And that's how I think about everything is in baseball sense. But the hockey team, it's the Mavericks is what they're called. They draw very well. I want to say they draw 5,000 to 6,000 fans a game, and the state in the arena they play in only seats like 8,000 people. It's a fairly small arena out in the suburbs, so it's actually not too far from where I live. All right, let's talk to Laura Keene.
Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Laura Keene?
Are you Laura Keene? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of
a very interesting coincidence.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analeus cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
Nathak. That sounds like a Star Wars creature.
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion? Violence.
I always love how this game. One of the things I really like is how the Turians, they always get the human sayings wrong, or they tweak them just enough.
He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
I'll figure something out.
I'll focus on trying to get your evidence. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive.
Yeah, the Kraken. See, I don't know anything about hockey. I mean, I know the rules of hockey and stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't know players. I don't know. I mean, I say like I know NBA players. I know like the famous NBA players. But yeah, like the. Wait a second. I got turned around. Where am I going? Here we go. We need to go this way. Yeah, I couldn't name you one NHL player, to be honest with you. I don't know any single one of them. But the Kraken, I have heard that, which was surprising, they're in Seattle, I believe. I was actually surprised that Seattle, it's been such a long time, that they just never had an NHL team. I was like, you would think they would, but I guess just because you're a northern city doesn't automatically mean that. No, that was strange. Somebody must have ripped. Hang on a second. Go upstairs. Oh, that was weird. I was sitting here. So, because my house was built in the early 90s, and it was wired for cable television and telephones. And I have not done a great job of like putting like a network cords and stuff like that through my house. So when I want to upload, so I'm playing on my PlayStation, which is in my basement. So when I want to upload or do live streaming, I really need to be plugged into my router directly, which my router is in my living room. In order for me to plug in directly, I got to run like a 50-foot cable down my basement steps and everything. Well, my dog, so the cable's like running through the floor of the living room and up the stairs, but it's tucked away so it's not intrusive. But my dog was down here in the entryway to the basement and tripped on the cable or something, but I had the door shut, so I didn't see what she was doing. And like the cable just started moving out of the PlayStation across the floor, and like it was like a ghost was moving it. So I have no idea what I was talking. I think I was talking about the Kraken, but I don't know. I think I would probably like to go to a hockey game more. Basketball, I used to really love going to basketball games when I was in college. I just don't follow it too much anymore. But I love going to hockey games. I don't go very often, but when I go, I always have a great time. I think it's probably because I don't take it overly serious because I don't know that much about it, and I can just sit back and enjoy it without having to worry about too much.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
Lorik Keene gave me a pass in.
Keene? Are you working for him? He's under investigation.
Ananias is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Ananias has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Let's see. I should hit him with that. Oh, trophy earned. Sabotage specialist. Nice. All right. Let's hit you with overload. Okay. I prefer the PC version. To the attention of Administrator and Ananias, the man named Garoth is looking for information on the whereabouts of one of our freighters. He believes his brother's ship may have been attacked by privateers while traveling through the Sterna system. Investigation pending. Okay, I think he's on the Citadel. Yeah, I prefer the PC version of these mini games. These Simon Says things drive me crazy. I don't feel like even though you just have to follow what it says, I feel like I do better with the other one. But I wanted to do a playthrough that was a new playthrough that was here 2 years later. And I didn't want to be tempted to use like a saved game editor. Because I probably would. And give myself a whole bunch of money and just buy whatever I want. Because then it's not. There we go. Was a sports radio? Yeah. Yeah, I'll listen to sports radio here locally. Seren Petro is the guy I listen to most, and then he's got a podcast on for the Royals on Sunday nights, and then he does a Chiefs podcast and an NFL podcast as well on YouTube and Twitch. It's pretty good. And he's got Jeff Chadilla and Eric Eager. Jeff Chadilla is obviously he's an NFL guy, so he's not a Kansas City fan, but he lives in Kansas City. And Eric Eager doesn't live in Kansas City, but he's a Kansas City fan. But Eric Eager used to work for Pro Football Focus, and now he's like a vice president for Sumer Sports. So he's trying to do a startup, like a football analytics company, so to speak. Yeah, the San Jose Sharks. So the San Jose Sharks were actually, I would say they were probably my favorite NHL team. I guess they probably still are, because they were the parent team of the team that was here in Kansas City for about 15 years, the Kansas City Blades. The Blades were popular from 1990 to about 2004, and I think for about 10 years they were the quote unquote AAA team of the Sharks. So I always liked the Sharks because their affiliation with the Blades. So like a lot of the players that the Sharks saw, we would see first in Kansas City. Was it Pat Fallew? Well, not Pat Fallew. That's not his name. Pat, is it Marlowe? See, this is one thing. I don't know hockey names that well, but all the stars from the mid-90s. So didn't Kevin Constantine, he was a coach in Kansas City, and I think he became a coach for San Jose. And I think, didn't they make like the Stanley Cup Finals as an 8 seed one year? I know they didn't win it. But I remember we were all cheering for them here in Kansas City because they were the parent team of the Blades. Okay. And I like to listen to, I like to follow kind of some of the national shows. We did, that was crazy.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
You have me at a disadvantage, miss.
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm Sergeant Kyra Sterling, Ilanis Risk Control Services. Analeas would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
Your men are dirty, Sergeant.
Yeah,
You're
come
here
on.
off duty, breaking the law for bribe money.
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
Well, I don't need a gun to rip you to pieces.
You are definitely going to die. Oh, she's got... Alright, Garrus. Let's do... Oh, Garrus just... Oh, hello. I think I can use Unity to get Garrus up. Great. I don't have any powers. Goodbye. Why are his powers blocked? That's a triple shot. I don't like that at all. Alright, let's see if I have... Why do I keep getting these Kessler pistols? I keep scrapping them every time. Alright, that's a better sniper. Oh, that one's a little better. Alright, do I have any armor that's better than what I have? Not yet. So I'm not using an assault rifle. Since I'm playing Infiltrator. Alright, Liara. I know you're not using this either, but I'll give you a Banshee. Alright, this is a little better for Garrus. Scrap that. Give him that. Let's put, we're going to be fighting Geth. Well, and Rachni. Let's do radioactive rounds for Garrus. And my buddy just texted me. He said, he said, playing fantasy football for the first time in about 8 years. Might need some pointers on some steals. Ha ha. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know much about fantasy football either. I haven't played in probably 3 or 4 years.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
If you watch James, if you watch some of my NFL videos, I probably have mentioned this before. I got really disillusioned with the NFL after the whole Ray Rice situation, with the NFL like not suspending him until the public found out about the video like a year after it happened, and I'm like, seriously, come on. But it wasn't until honestly Mahomes came to Kansas City, and I started to warm back up to the NFL, and like, of course, it's easy to root for a winner. I rooted for so many bad Chiefs teams throughout the years. I mean, you're a Raiders fan, so you know how many bad Chiefs teams there was over the years too. So
probably Ananias' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh?
Smart.
That's fine.
It's not a smartass comment.
Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Okay. I will say though, I remember when right before the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in 2019 against the 49ers. I remember one of the sports guys going on the radio. I think it was Soren Petro, and he talked about. He says, "Look, if the Chiefs win this, and then they continue to win, he was telling the fans, he's like, you will become the hated, you will become the target. The other fans will start to hate you as Chiefs fans. They will hate the players. They will hate Mahomes. They will hate Andy Reid, and a lot of the times the hate will be illogical." And he's like, "You have to embrace it." Because if you let it drive you crazy, it'll drive you crazy. He said, but that's exactly what happened with the Patriots back when Tom Brady was there. And he says, it is what it is.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
So here's my issue with the remaster here, or is it a remaster? The Legendary Edition? It's not a remake, right? I think it's just a remaster. Okay, I know this game's from 2007. Shepard actually looks really good in Mass Effect. They did a lot to make the default version of male and fem Shep and male Shep, especially fem Shep. Fem Shep character from Mass Effect 1, the original, was pretty bad, and they put obviously the Mass Effect 3 version into the game, her face and everything. But they did a good job of doing having the details on Shepard. But then they didn't do that with the other characters in Mass Effect 1. At least not some of the side characters, like Gianna here. I mean, Gianna looks like a Duplo. You know, like the Lego Duplos, like for 4-year-olds. They don't have that. That's what she looks like. And I mean, it's kind of a butterfish. She looks like she has no definition to her face. Her eyes she does blink. She did just blink there, so I did give her credit for that. But they did the same thing to that character at the kind of at the entrance to the Citadel, to the wards in Mass Effect 2, the one who was having an argument with the Turian, when the Turian says, "Yo, you humans are all racist." I mean, she looks terrible as well. I'm like, they could have done a better job with the facial animations of some of the side characters. That's my only gripe with this, and that's a very minor gripe. But man, her face is bad. It's really bad, even for an old game.
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, "This month I stole 3 million credits."
I do love that line.
Keen's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
Why don't you ask Keen directly?
I'm Ananias' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is don't rock the boat.
Yeah.
Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
Annaleis is dirty. It might be best to help her.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Alright, I'll help you.
Alright, I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
I don't need her to pay me. I don't need the money.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, James. I will say, so my whole philosophy on how like smaller markets, like, and then Kansas City. Well, I mean, Kansas City it's a bigger place than most people on the coast think it is, but we're not a hick town. But I mean, it's not New York, it's not Chicago, obviously. But for a small market town, for it to be successful, the team has to have a love affair with the fans of the city, and to the point where they love the team and they love what they do more than the players. And because players come and go, and you can fall in love, like so many Royals fans fell in love with the crop of players that came up pretty much all together, like Hosmer, Moustakas, Kane, Escobar. And all those guys hit free agency the same year, and they all left. Well, Moustakas actually came back for half a season because he couldn't find a contract on the open market. But the Royals, they have you have to have the city has to have a love affair with, or the fans have to have a love affair with the team in order to make it successful. Because we don't have, like in Kansas City, we don't have an ocean. We don't have oceans close to us. We don't have mountains close to us. There's not a lot of natural attractions around here. Now, there's lots of things to do in Kansas City, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of things that they call it flyover country for a reason. There's a lot of charm in the Midwest, but if people would stop and look at it, but I get it. Some people just don't come here, and so we're not going to attract the fans. Like Vegas, I would imagine that Vegas, it has people selling out games, and I would imagine a lot of that is corporate seats that, you know, they give tickets to people going to conventions and whatnot, or you have your weekenders going there to play slots, and they're like, hey, you know, they comped me tickets to the Raiders game or to the Golden Knights game or whatever, and so you have those people buying tickets and buying concessions, and there's no real base, so to speak. And that's why I've always questioned, would a third team in Kansas City do well? Because there's less corporate money here than there are in other places. Now, there is some corporate money here. I mean, there are some decent sized corporations in Kansas City, some that make their headquarters here, but they don't have the same wealth in this area as they do in other areas. Which, look, I know NBA games are expensive to go to. NHL games are fairly inexpensive from what I understand, but it can get kind of pricey as well. But I know that NBA games can be really, really expensive. And now granted, there's only 8 or 9 home games if you include preseason, and maybe if you lose an NFL game to like London or to Munich, like Chiefs are losing one this year. So that's not a lot of dates. But baseball's got 81 home games. And the Royals, if you look at the attendance on the Royals games, they don't attract jack. But when they win, they do. And Kansas City fans are kind of fickle. If we get a third team, they will have to win to attract them. But I don't think the Royals or Chiefs would have any problem. They could lose and they'll still be here. They're long established. They're not going anywhere. But if an NHL or NBA team come to Kansas City and they don't win consistently in the first 5 to 8 years, I think Kansas City would lose them. So that's just the way I look at it. And I know soccer's become a much bigger thing. Kansas City has had an MLS team since the foundation. We were one of the 10 original franchises, and we're still in existence. Now the team name has changed. We used to be called the Wiz, which was the best name ever. the Wiz, which is short for Wizards, and then after one season they changed it to the Wizards, and now we're Sporting Kansas City, which is such a stupid name. I hate all these the European names. Sporting Kansas City, Real Salt Lake. What the heck? I mean, we like our mascots, like Wizards and Tigers and Lions and Chiefs and, you know, Raiders and whatnot. But anyway, let's talk Lore King.
Pleasure, Spectre. Any news
I'm sitting here talking about all this sports stuff, and
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Analeus.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it?
Yes, I do.
I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Come on, Lorcaine, you're going to be a hero here, buddy.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Analeus' extortion.
I love that word, chafing.
You might end up a hero.
It's going to be 95 degrees here tomorrow in Kansas City. I will be chafing
board is
tomorrow.
Investigating Analeus. They'll be more angry at him than at you.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact.
And let's see if they fix the bug here.
I have not been contacted regarding our arrangement yet. Are things in hand?
I should let you go.
They did fix it.
Let me go.
I know that was a source of unlimited Paragon points.
That would explain why so few are willing to sit and talk.
What was that, Shepard? Oh, I will say, Mass Effect 1 is a very simple story structure. Whenever I play the trilogy all the way through, and I've obviously done it multiple times, I do like the story in Mass Effect 1. I think it's very charming. But man, the gameplay is just... I just so much prefer the gameplay of Mass Effect 3. Because I played the multiplayer, the co-op, for so long, for like 2 or 3 years, and I just got so used to it, and playing as a Vanguard and just charging just non-stop. Listening to sports. What sports commentary are you listening to right now?
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
Doesn't this help you? You don't seem particularly happy.
I'm ecstatic, but right now, I just feel like a long day of work is ending. While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage.
I thought maybe you're listening to like Colin Cowherd or something like that.
Sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
Get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander.
I like how the right to remain silent is it's in the Milky Way galaxy with as a thing. Alright, now it's time to head to Peak 15. So, James, I will tell you, and if you watched those videos from the 2021 football season, when that was the year that the Chiefs lost to the Bengals in the AFC Championship game, the Bengals never should have been in that game. They never trailed in the game against the Raiders. But I still, for the life of me, the Raiders got so hosed in that game. And I'm not one, I don't blame officiating. I don't go down that road. It's just not worth it. I've seen calls go against my team and for my team. It is what it is. But in that game, I just thought it was so ridiculous how they allowed that touchdown to stand after the whistle blew. And obviously, the whistle blew when Burrow hadn't even thrown the pass yet, and he was heading out of bounds. And then they blew the whistle before he was out of bounds. Should they have blown the whistle? No, they shouldn't have. But when they blow the whistle, players stop, and that's what they're taught to do. It's just so ridiculous that and they're like, well, we got the play right because it was an inadvertent miss. We didn't mean to blow the whistle. I was like, I have seen plays change because of inadvertent whistles, and games change, and you're taught to stop playing ever since Pee Wee football. And it drove me absolutely crazy. And me as a Chiefs fan, obviously, if I'm a Chiefs fan, I don't root for the Raiders. The Raiders are a rival of ours, but they got completely screwed in that game. I don't know what it is about the Bengals. I don't know what it is.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Bengals are just they were one of the luckiest teams in the playoffs the last couple years. I would so love to see them go like 8-9 this year.
See, these are what the matriarch had in the crates.
Where are these things?
Shooting.
Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out.
Proton rounds and shredder rounds. Do we want to talk to that person? Nah. Talk to them. So I tried to convince my daughter to actually play this. She's gonna be a freshman in high school, and she likes playing games. And so we got through the Noveria mission, and she just kind of lost interest in this game after that. She would always get scared with those husks, and I'm like, if she gets scared of that, she's gonna really freak out on Pharaohs. Oh my gosh. See, I don't play games with where the prominent thing is zombies, just because zombies kind of freak me out in general. So that's why I've never played The Last of Us. And people tell me it's not that bad. And I've seen several of my favorite streamers play games like Days Gone, things like that. And I think I could probably do it. It's just something about zombies just kind of really freaked me out. And even now into my mid-40s, I have very, very vivid dreams almost every night. And, I don't like going to sleep because of it. So I don't want to dream about zombies in the night. Now, one of the games that she's playing on, she just plays on my PC, and I'm actually giving her my son's computer as he goes to college, because he bought himself a new one. But she plays this game called Disney Dreamlight, and it's kind of like a life sim plus kind of a questing adventure game. It actually looks pretty interesting. It's kind of interesting. Oh, come on. But she really likes it. And she's gonna. So I've basically just been letting her play that, and then as she gets used to kind of the controls of how, you know, third-person games and how they work, then I'll probably get her back into this, because she actually wants to play Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West as well, but she just doesn't have the reaction time yet to play those games. But she'll learn. She's only 14, so. Let's see, we got some equipment here. I want to see, I saw we got a Titan armor. Ah, yes. That is what we like. Actually, real quick. Medical interface. I am going to put the medical interface. Normally I put shield regenerator, but since my character does not have I don't have access to health regeneration. I think that's only on soldiers. Should I keep... I could increase my fitness. Unlock damage protection. I don't ever use Metagel. I just maybe I should. Decryption. That's sabotage. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that up a few more points. Like when my daughter was playing this game, when she was doing this part, she wasn't handling the Mako very well at all, and she kept driving off the cliff. And I was trying to be patient with her, but I was like, and finally at one point I'm like, do you just want me to do this for you? And she's like, no, I want to do it myself. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Taking a chance of using the boosters here. Like, you hit like one little rock and you'll go careening off the edge here. Like right there, that's one I think that she hit. She just went plummeting to the left. The one thing I really like about the Legendary Edition versus the base game is they didn't nerf the XP with the Mako. It used to be that you would only get like 1/6 of the XP if you killed something with the Mako, as opposed to just by getting out. And so to maximize your XP usage, a lot of times what people would do is they would whittle the enemies down with the cannon, and then get out of the Mako and finish them off with your guns. Like, come on, devs. It's just we're not in the Mako that much. Why don't you just make the XP worth the same? Don't penalize us for using the tools that you give us. Alright, I'm gonna change to my pistol. Liara, leave here with the pistol. Yeah, that's what we want. Oh geez, he's right there. Okay, let's hit you with overload. Another thing of overload. What is that? Is that a Krogan? Yeah, and it came back to life. Oh crap. Liara, lift him. Sabotage. Okay, how about I use sabotage? Okay, how about you use throw? Okay, how about Garrus? How about you use sabotage?
User alert. All Peak 15 facilities
no wonder the army of Krogan is a dangerous thing.
Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
Ah, of course. That's why I hate those things. Titan 4 medium armor human. I think that's the same one we just got, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, too bad Liara can't wear medium armor. We don't have any biotic amps? Let's give Garrus this. You know what? We might as well. I forgot to. This will at least give barrier here. Singularity is OP. Sorry, scientist. Advanced overload. Oh, I have 2 points. I might as well max out pistols.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep us out.
Oh, it was almost all the same ones. Yeah. All about similar stuff there. Arachni! Alright, OG Dream Squad, let's move it. Move it, move it.
What were those things?
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
Well, all you guys have to do is read the text on the screen. It says they were Arachni. That's actually one of the reasons why I don't typically like playing with subtitles on. It's fine once you play the game, but I think the first time you should always play with it off. Because it can give away things like that. Well, I guess not. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm wrong. Because it targeting them, it said they were Arachni. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. Alright, Garrus, you're still hurting. Alright, Garrus, I'll give you some Metagel to wipe off that poison there.
A backup power system, Commander.
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
Hello? Hello? Alright. Let's go play Towers of Hanoi. Boom, boom, boom. So we play Towers of Hanoi.
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
Crap will pop up. Yes. Are you the station
You're
VI?
the virtual intelligence that runs this place?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Yeah.
Commander Shepard. I work for the Citadel Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to Binary Helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
I need a status report. What systems are down?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
Nope.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Now exiting to the roof. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
How about... Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert.
Whoa,
Landline
what just
connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
That was weird. Light armor Quarian. Nice. Alright. I'll have to... We don't need to talk to Mira. Just do this and be on our way. It has a handsome looking face.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
I don't know, let's look. Armor piercing rounds, which doesn't do a lot of damage against Arachni. We should probably change that. How about we do... How about planoleum rounds? Are you actually, you know what? I want to do incendiary rounds. And then let's do... recoil damper. 3. I don't have any better pistols, man. I need to get better weapons. I mean, I could use my my assault rifle, but oh man, look at this, Thunder 4. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this weapon. Let's put some incendiary rounds on it. And a combat scanner. And then let's give Garrus the 198 one. He's got radioactive rounds. Let's put polonium rounds on there. Oh, that's fine. 15% stabilization. Okay. Let's check what that Quarian armor was. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but it'll be better than what Tally's default armor is. Still no other Turian armor. Did we get anything? No, it's the same one. Okay, let's hit you. Why did... Melted. I see Garrus just melted that Rachni. Oh, I have to go this way to the core.
User alert.
I think I'm going to go ahead
reactor
and, for the time being, I'm going to switch over to
emergency containment procedures.
the assault rifle,
Manual
even though I don't have,
required.
even though I'm not spec'd into it. Its damage is just way too great to ignore.
User alert. Main reactor
I think I'll wait to maybe use my pistol again until I get the
manual restart required.
we get one of those Spectre pistols. Or the Kolosov weapons are really good. Metagel. Grenade. I hate grenade stuff. I just never use it. Grenades are maybe one of the most worthless things in this game. Oh, this is a semi-automatic. It's not an automatic. It's like the Matic.
Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency procedures. Manual restart required.
Let's hit you with Overlord. There's a ton of those guys.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
The AG3 fuel line's cut.
Boy, that was terrible shooting there. Alright, main reactor is fixed. Now we can head on the tram and go see about this Rachni problem. Oh. Okay, where are they coming from? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
The door could be...
Oh, my electronic skill is too low? This gives me master overload. Surely that's enough points. Alright, we're going to max out your singularity because it is definitely OP in this game. Sniper rifles. Let's do that. Yep, that'll work. Shredder rounds, exoskeleton, blah blah blah. Shield modulator. Yes, thank you. Liara, the lovely Liara. Shield modulator 4. Garrus. Shield modulator 4. Alright, that'll give you guys some little extra protection. Roasted. Love it. Love it. What was that? Did they come out of there? The mirror terminal. We don't. Oh, computer console.
Control group, loosen them. They're in. Can't escape. The tunnels now.
So where'd they come from?
The leads couldn't get to the strut. Out while you can.
He killed himself because he was part of whatever happened here.
He must have felt there was no hope of surviving. That killing himself would be easier.
Gross. What are you guys shooting at? Stop! Stop shooting me!
Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station.
All right. How long have I been recording here? Hour and a half. I like to keep these videos to an hour and a half, but we're not stopping here.
Arriving at Rift Station.
We're not too far from finishing
research facility.
this, so this will probably be maybe a 2-hour video. Well, at least a 2-hour video, maybe a little longer. Depends on how I jack around here. Okay, we're going to try to do this without getting everybody hostile against us. Sometimes I make the wrong move and end up pissing Ventralis and his squad off. So we'll try to do this with as minimum casualties as possible. Hello, Ventralis.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work a train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot. But I'd like to know who you are.
Yeah, I'm a Spectre.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. First we knew the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
I'm not gonna let any of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to the hot labs.
Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Liara, singularity.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
Okay. Let's go talk to Doctor. Yeah, so I could walk through here and just set the alarm off and have to kill everybody. Let's see what this guy's got.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventrellis.
Alright, we got 62,000 credits. No. Why would you ever buy a weapon? We'll buy the Certa Foundation license. I'm not. Why? I mean, I could find those other places. All right, let's go down here and talk to Dr. Cohen.
What do you want?
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
And I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets.
Nope.
You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments.
Yeah, I fixed her.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature. But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier.
Yeah.
We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more.
This is Mission Impossible 2.
It's highly infectious, but can't pass
Chimera
into another.
in Bolera form.
By a war attack without a pandemic spread.
It doesn't matter how safe you make it. Biological weapons are illegal.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another.
That is true.
We're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
Damn right I can't.
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Excuse me.
I hope you can do something.
Man, getting over a cold from a couple weeks ago and still got some crap, you know, that still gets in my, it's still stuck in my throat a little bit. Hello. I'm not talking to you. You're the person who's going to betray me. I don't really care. Which just means I'm just going to kill you. Oh, it's 10:45. Getting tired. At least I don't have to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off. So today's like Friday for me. Han Olar. Alright, let's get this easy clocker. Three different shotguns. Okay. Garrus, you're still affected by that toxin. There. Is that better, Garrus? Seriously, buddy.
You're not part of the crew.
Looks like we got 3 people watching now, so thank you for joining me for Mass Effect Part 6. We're on Noveria.
Shepard. I'm a Spectre, sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human Spectres.
There are now.
Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine. I told you to leave.
Dude, what if I just shot you right in the head? Oh, crap. How do I get in this lab? I forgot. I think I have to go talk to that other guy. If I remember right. Just running around, just one place after another. Yeah, there's the exclamation mark. I gotta go this way. Get this guy's permission. No, I put shield interfaces on Liara and Garrus, so they don't have any way to cleanse the toxins.
Something you need?
The shields will help them survive better.
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra Medigel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns.
We have lots of guns.
With your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
But he still shakes our hand, but he tells us he doesn't want us to come out.
You and me both.
Maybe I should come back here when you're hostile to me so I can just kill you. Because you are just a mercenary. Not a mercenary. You guys say he's not a mercenary. He's just protecting company secrets. I guess it's 2 different things. So we have to get the guy's permission to go in here, but the guy wouldn't. Other Turian, he would not let us in, even if there were a Spectre. Of course, I guess he did say there are no human Spectres. And it did just happen. So news hasn't reached everywhere. Alright, buddy. Time to let me in.
What do you want?
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Haha, ironic for you, because I think you're going to die. Well, let's wait to get that, because I'm full on Metagel right now. I'm sure we'll have to heal Garrus at the conclusion of this battle. Shotgun, assault rifle, sniper rifle. That's probably better than what we already have, but we'll check on it later. Everything's a level 4. No medical interfaces here? Nope. Alright. Research notes. Yes, we know how to make this stuff. Okay, make the cure. Let's just do a quick savity save. Just in case I press the wrong button. Oh, dang it. That's what happens. I pressed the wrong button. Square. Triangle. Square. X. There we go.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
Ambush. You're a sleeper agent for Benezia.
I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are.
How sad for you.
Weapons free. Weapons
free. That's exactly right. I love Liara. She is the best. Let's just launch a singularity and literally kill everybody.
Commander, looks like that Asari doctor killed the guard.
Yeah, well, serves him right. Should have let us in first.
They came out of there.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Benezia brought them with her.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go back and give the cure to Dr. Cohen, get his pass to maintenance, and skirt around everybody so we don't have to kill all these other guards. Well, we could kill them all. I don't think it has any ramifications. I don't think there's any... So, James, I don't think if we end up, tripping that watchdog securities access, I don't think it actually has... I don't think you get renegade points for that, do you? You just have to kill a bunch of extra guys, including Ventralis and his men. He kind of deserves it.
Is that the cure? You did it?
Yes.
I think so. It was hard to concentrate while dodging gunfire.
You were attacked? I don't know anything about that. I hate conflict. I've never even fired anyone. I have my receptionist do it. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there.
Yes, but haven't you seen, Dr. Cohen, haven't you seen any movie, maintenance, air shafts? They always have, plus they don't have surveillance. It's like an iRobot. It's like when they have to sneak into that building, he's like, let's get in the maintenance tunnels. There's no security here. It's like the biggest, it always amazes me. It's like, hey, let's leave a back door open to our very secure building, and
could you spare a few medical
so
packs?
Ridiculous.
They're worth their weight in gold up here.
You didn't get these from me. Ventralis wanted them saved for his people.
Ventralis is
to administer this. Thanks again.
All right, Paragon plus 24. Nice. No, we don't need to do that. Yeah, we're like halfway up our Paragon meter here. Alright, 2 points. Let's put one more in Charm. And let's put one in Infiltrator. Let's put one for Liara here. Yeah, the only way you can avoid Ventralis attacking you is by going back through maintenance. And then he won't attack you when you leave. So you have to... It's a little more run around, but it is what it is. And I suppose you could do the hot labs before you do Venezia's deal. I always do it this way, though. Alright, let's go to maintenance. Directions. There's like all... It's like where we would have the... like a Wampa come out and attack us. Use the force, Luke. Another level up. Something about going to the Hades Gamma Cluster. Okay. The conversation with the Queen is different? Okay.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother.
What does the Queen say? How's it different?
To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair.
I'm assuming she probably says something like thank you for destroying my children.
Enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
That's not why Liara's here.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Oh, that's a good line.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I've never done the hot labs first. Okay, yeah, so that did not do anything to her. Okay, let's hit you with sabotage. Let's sabotage your gun, and then Liara. Whatever. Isn't it funny how Geth and Asari Commandos are tied to Venezia's power level? I always thought that was funny, personally. Okay, oh, you're all on cooldown. I'm getting shot from somewhere. Guys, come over here. Let's attack them from the other way. Alright. I'm switching to the sniper rifle. Don't like that triple shot. What is this, the incisor? Alright, going back to pistol. Hello. Yeah, blue boobs are getting low on power. Let's hit you with the load. This pistol's got a nice thunk to it. It's like thunk, thunk, thunk. It feels nice and heavy. I love it when pistols and games feel like that.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
Yeah.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions, briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
So you could turn on me again?
Yes, but it would not be my will, Shepard. People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
I know they would never get into this, like in the physics or the science of these games, but when you really think about it, mass relays. Okay, the Soul's mass relay, the Charon mass relay. Obviously, in the game universe, we thought it was the moon of Pluto, Charon. When we realized we go out there, we realize it's a mass relay encased in ice. It's not really a moon of Pluto. Unthawed. I always wondered that. You ever wonder how they unthawed that relay? Anyway, so they unthaw it. But Pluto is orbiting the sun, so it's moving. The sun also is moving. The mass relay is moving. So, and I don't know. It's just one of those things that always amazes me. I mean, you have to account for all these, everything moving and shifting all the time in order to land. I mean, Earth is not stationary. Earth is moving through outer space as well. It's orbiting around the sun. I don't know. It's just things like that. I started thinking about things like that. I'm like, Matt, stop it, because it would make this, the game stupid if they had to explain all things like that. Another reason, why does everyone speak English? Well, it's because it's a video game. We want to be able to understand them. But I would like for them to have, and actually, I think it's the Omni-Tools. I think they actually speak their native languages, but I think the Omni-Tools, they do the translation for them, but you just hear everything in English. I've heard somebody explain it like that. They never talk about it in the game, I don't think.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should.
Mother, don't leave. Fight him.
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die.
Okay, Liara, if you could use a singularity there. Alright, let's, if we can all shoot Mama. Holy cow.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Netagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother.
Good night, little wing.
It's playing the wrong music.
I will see you again with the dawn.
I don't like that.
They always said there would be a...
It's playing the battle music at the same time. Why is it doing that? That's just annoying. Stop playing the music. but it's still going. That drives me crazy. Demon!
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange. Flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all. We are the mother. We
That's
sing
like
for those left behind.
the mother boxes
The children you
Justice
thought
League.
silenced. We are
Mother.
Rachni.
The Krogan wiped the Rachni out 1,000 years ago.
The sky is quiet now. Our mother's songs are lost. And those who slew us now walk to meet the same fate. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is lamentable, but necessary. Do what you must. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand, they dissolve her.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
And then where does she go? Oh, there's Venezia. Bloobs. It's like, how does the Ragni Queen get off Noveria? I guess she steals a spaceship? Oh. Oh. I see what you're talking about, James. I see the red markers there. So if I go in there, Ventralis is going to be hostile to me. Is that right? Here, let's do. Let's save. Let's make a save. I don't want to kill him, but let's go in here and see what this is. Oh, I can't get down there. What are these red dots? This is back to the... Jeez, Garrus. God damn, that scared me. I can't get out that other door. I think it's locked. It is. Alright, stay with me this time, Garrus, so you don't scare me half to death by appearing out of a door. Seriously, what are these enemies on my radar here? Well, I guess we'll go to the hot labs. Alright, Tarchkavoski, whatever your name is.
Are you here to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
You let these things out?
I am only following the orders. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Ragni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen. That it survived the centuries. This is miraculous. Binary Helix planned to clone Ragni, mass produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Ragni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Obviously, they were wrong.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Ragni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Ragni are uncontrollable.
This is fascinating, but we don't have time to chat.
These Ragni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby.
Okay.
All you do is insert the key.
Okay.
Then I will give Mira the start.
Okay. Okay. Think about that. Think about what just happened there. Okay. Kill this guy. Okay. Let's talk about this real quick, please. Okay, we're talking to this dude. Where'd we come in? Over here? Doesn't matter. He was sitting right here. We're talking to this guy. And this Rachni sneaks up one of these vents, I guess. It stabs him. The whole time. Now, the camera angle was so we couldn't see it. But Shepard could see a Rachni coming up behind this guy. I'm like, Shepard, I don't know. That part always bothers me.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Initiate the neutron purge.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Mumble.
Sic semper
That is not the correct code. Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
Please report to security for arrest.
We're moving on.
Logging you
okay,
out,
shoot, I forgot I have to get the codes. Where do I get them from? Oh, right there. Obtain purge codes. There we go.
Online. How can I help you?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code
I'm sorry,
authorization.
you have already attempted to reset your password 3 times. Your account is now locked.
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Hello. Get to the elevator, Thank you. I just about bit it there. Okay, can we go back down here? We can't. We can't go back down here and visit those people. Well, the red triangles are gone. Okay, well, we don't have to go kill Ventralis. Can you imagine if they would have made this game to be where after you go back to the station, then you got to take the Mako all the way back to Port Hanshan, and then go back to the Mako on foot? Can you imagine if you had to do that? It'd be like another 20 minutes. Thankfully, the devs didn't do that.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
No, can't go there yet.
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The Commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the Commander resign when I wasn't looking?
Ashley, calm down. Just, the two of you just kiss and make up and get it over with.
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
This is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew, dismissed.
Noveria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, do not cut me off like last time. I failed to find it amusing.
Whoops.
And we're out.
Whoops. Love it. Okay. We've got a lot of we need to talk to the crew, and we got some Codex entries that I probably want to capture for the archiving purposes of this video. Which is this a true definitive playthrough? Because how much time in this video did we spend talking about Kansas City and Oakland sports? Totally deserved. Yes, that is true, James. Okay, I'm at a little over 2 hours, I think, on this video, and it's 11:24 here, and I still have not had dinner. So, yes, that is one of those things. But since I don't have to work tomorrow, I don't have to worry about anything. I think that my wife is taking the kids, maybe doing some last-minute shopping before school starts next week. Trying to get my son organized and all this stuff as we get the car packed for him going to school. Going down to one kid in the house for, yeah, pretty much going forward now. So, getting old. Getting old. Alright, well, I'll do all the talking to the crew in the next video on part 7. We'll start off part 7 going around talking to the crew, doing what they do, and then we'll probably do more. I'll probably go through and do a lot of the galaxy, all of the side quests and a lot of the galaxy, you know, doing the Mako stuff on exploring around. I'm gonna save Pharaohs for quite a while. I probably will end up doing, I don't know, I might do the DLC before I do Pharaohs, just because, no, wait. The DLC gets me that Quarian armor if I want it, but I can't wear the Quarian armor. Yeah, well, the only thing is there's a couple Paragon checks and speech checks in Pharaohs that are almost impossible to do unless your Paragon is almost maxed out. So I do want to kind of wait until I get a few more Paragon points, because I am playing a mostly Paragon playthrough here. All right, well, we have several people watching. James, I know you've been active in the chat. Thank you so much, James, for jumping back here. It's been a while since we talked, and it was good to chat with you. Hope you can join me again. I will definitely be playing tomorrow on my day off. Probably not until the afternoon. I'm going to take it easy in the morning, but probably, I don't know, between 1 and 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'll be jumping on here again, and we'll be doing part 7. It's going to be pretty, like I said, low-key playthrough, talking to the crew. Trying to establish which other romance options I want to go through here. I almost always do Liara, but I think this time I'm going to probably go do Ashley. I've never done an Ashley romance all the way through Mass Effect 3, and I think I want to do that this time. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do Ashley, and then I will definitely cheat on Ashley in Mass Effect 2, because I would never cheat on Liara. Never. You never cheat on Liara. But I'll definitely cheat on Ashley, because Ashley is not very nice to you on Horizon. So maybe I'll do Tali or Miranda the next game. And then in Mass Effect 3, I need to decide. Do I want to stick with my Mass Effect 2 romance? Do I want to go back to Ashley and romance her? I don't know. We'll see. I've never actually romanced anybody in Mass Effect 3 except for Liara. I did romance Miranda in Mass Effect 2, and then I broke her heart in Mass Effect 3, and the look on her face just absolutely just broke my heart. And I'm like, okay, I'm never going to do that again. So, plus Miranda's really, really hot. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Join me tomorrow for part 7, and I will talk to you guys then. And until then, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel for more content, and I will talk to you later. See you guys.